Hey Nick, we need a tagline for the podcast.
No.
Real life opinions. Movie reviews told by fans and not critics.
La 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 Lambo.
Whoa,
Nope.
that was intense. Holy cow.
Look at the sound ratings you guys get off these microphones. That's cool. I gotta hold it further away.
Yep,
Yeah,
you
just a
do.
bit.
So, guys, did you miss me?
I did.
Oh,
I don't know if
so
they
nice.
did. They were probably talking trash about you.
I was watching the hockey. I was watching the hockey game.
You were watching the hockey. I was watching it more than you were watching it.
Yeah, and then had to tell Corey, stop watching it. We're doing a podcast.
So you get for putting it on.
Yeah.
It was hockey night in
But you still
Canada.
lost.
Isn't that supposed to be Saturday night?
Well, it was podcast night,
It was
so
podcast night, so it was
Hockey.
hockey night, eh?
at least with these two.
Podkey?
Podkey?
Podkey
Hockey
night
night in Canada. do, 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 do.
I don't know. I spent a good 5 minutes bugging them that they lost, so it was all good.
Oh, did you lose that night? You guys are no longer allowed to watch the Oilers game during a podcast.
They were against the defending Stanley Cup champions.
Oh, like that matters.
It was actually, we watched the goal. I'm surprised it went in.
Was it the turtle? Better not have been the turtle that got the goal. I fucking
No, I think he got like the first goal of the game for them.
Yeah.
But the final score was 6-5.
Yeah,
So
that was a good game.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
tight. That's tight.
yeah.
And this is how we get sidetracked.
We're here to talk about this movie that we all watched.
We watched the movie.
We watched Red One, I think. What was it?
You don't even remember the name of the
Oh
movie?
man, I forgot the movie. I knew it had these.
gonna be a long
Chris
fucking
Evans
night.
in it, and
Were you just enamored with the smoldering intensity in this movie? Was that the problem? You're just like, oh yeah.
Bravestone.
oh no, I enjoyed Krampus. I'm like, oh nice.
Krampus was pretty good in
Yeah,
this
I was
movie.
like, that was cool.
Yeah.
That was the best Santa there.
Fucking ripped J.K. Simmons Santa? Yes.
You want to give me a spot? I'm just like, Santa's asking for a fucking spot? What the fuck? Oh. You think, so Krampus is Santa's brother, right?
Uh-huh.
You think that Santa, why doesn't Santa look like Krampus then?
Different mother?
Yeah, different mother.
And do you think that, like, you think Santa could win in the bitch slapping contest with Krampus? Like, I feel like if anybody could hold his
yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna. He was pretty ripped, and he's obviously magical. So
Yep, magical.
What gets me on that whole thing is Krampus was German and Santa's 100% English.
No, he's not English.
He had no accent whatsoever.
Well, that doesn't mean that he's...
He was English.
Wait a second. The English have an accent.
British have an accent, which is technically English.
Yes,
Okay,
that's what I
he's
mean.
100% American.
Did he have an American accent?
I don't have a fucking accent.
Americans have accents.
No, they
They have
don't.
an accent.
Look, Corey, I made it 3 minutes in.
Yay! Eventually, we will be paid, and it wasn't me either.
Oh,
Wow,
that's a
you-
first. What's this mean? Like, where are you doing this?
I'm trying
Like,
to...
No.
What I'm trying to
The
do
wave?
is not
I
to
knew what he
let...
meant.
I'm trying not to let the people that are listening
deaf.
know that there's having technical difficulties. You see the big
I
block
s-
when it goes like that? That
He's-
means you're too close to the microphone.
He's telling us to shut up.
Well,
not that close
I
to
was
the mic.
specifically...
All right.
Yeah, yeah, you see it now, eh?
Oh, I'm even further from it. That's crazy.
Oh, see, that's where you want to be,
All
right there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the level.
All right.
Yeah.
So not like this.
Maybe not.
Okay. All right.
You think Crapper Streets? That's not. What are you doing?
Nobody wants to hear that.
Are you like trying to get the heater on the radio?
Yes.
Yes.
We do all this stuff to avoid that.
Yeah, we're
Tune
purposely.
into this podcast. We want to listen to the radiator.
I think we need to change the name from Real Life Opinions to Technical Difficulties. Because, like, that's all we are. It's just like one long series of technical difficulties.
They gave Laura a microphone.
Yeah, there's not many things worse than that death.
I just don't understand. Why are you holding the mic up to the furnace?
Drugs are bad.
No. Depends on the drugs.
Fair.
So, what do you think Chris Evans did to earn a level 4 naughty list designation?
He was a dick from the time he was like 9?
And he, like, ripped off other people, like, secretly.
That's pretty cool.
Still, level
That was
4.
pretty cool.
Chris Evans was the best part of this movie.
He also told all of his, I'm assuming, cousins that Santa wasn't real.
Well, yeah, which turns out he is real and jacked.
Right. And
We
totally
didn't know
just.
that.
So,
Wait,
my
Corey,
issue...
1 second before you get on that,
Okay.
didn't you say the best part of this movie was Rip J.K. Simmons, and now you've said the best part of this movie is Chris Evans?
Okay, it's a 1A and 1B situation.
So there's going to be a C in there too.
I can't promise there won't be. I have this thing with Santa movies in one degree that, you know, okay, Santa was real. All the parents are like, no, Santa's not real. But then Santa's real. So wouldn't the parents be like, where the fuck did these presents come from? Like,
I've seen that in a movie before, where they're just kind of like,
Did you
Yeah.
get him that? No, didn't you? No.
did you ever read
we
my
drunk that
rewrite of Toy Story 2 that I did for the ending? I did that like 20 years ago.
I did not. Did you guys ever read that?
No.
Basically, Andy gets home from cowboy camp, and you know how his the Jesse and the Bullseye doll are on the bed and everything like that, and it's like, welcome home, Andy, and you know, life is great. And next day, so I said, fast forward to next day at breakfast, and it's like, hey mom, thanks for the cowgirl and the horse doll. Andy's mom, what are you talking about? The toys you got me, here, let me show you. And he brings them down, and she's like, where'd you get those? They were on my bed. They were from you, right? No. I think somebody broke into our house. Called 911. It's like, somebody broke into our house. Is there something missing? No, but there's 2 toys in our bed that weren't there before. Ma'am, you realize it's a felony to call 911 without an emergency? So she's like, okay, toys are haunted, let's get out of here. And so they move, and the toys, through thanks to Woody's hard work, finds the new address, and they meet him in the room, and Andy's mom walks by and sees the toys, freaks out, throws them in a fireplace, and right then the toys start calling out to be saved. She's certain they're possessed now, adds more lighter fluid until all that's left is melted plastic goo. The end.
That's so morbid.
I wrote that, and I did it on a public website, and somebody's like, thank you for ruining my childhood and making me laugh at the same time.
And maybe that Sid kid wasn't lying to us when he said your toys were possessed.
Yeah. Anyway, that was my creative writing like 20 years ago. Similar situation.
No, I was just pretty sure the parents were drunk.
Creative motto.
Maybe the Toy Story thing was like an elf on a shelf situation where like they think it's there, but like, oh, maybe we did put the kids there.
I like
Maybe
Corey's
toys.
version. It's just a child-friendly version of Chucky.
It's kind of like a reverse Chucky, actually. Like a, you know,
Except for they're friendly and they're not trying to poke out your eyes.
the humans are trying to murder the toy, not the toy trying to murder
No,
the
only
humans.
Sid and Mom, apparently.
So, speaking of toys coming to life,
I know you're going with this.
was the Wonder Woman thing kind of creepy? Because I thought the Wonder Woman thing was kind of creepy.
But funny.
He goes into the store and they're getting all the toys. Like,
Yeah,
oh yeah.
Do you have a Wonder Woman action figure? Not what that's meant for.
It doesn't work that way. Like,
Guaranteed he tried.
Yeah.
oh yeah, I would.
After 572 years, you really think he didn't?
Yeah.
Like, he's probably got a couple dollies at home, you know, just.
The thing, like, I get when they do the cars that the mechanics come to life, but you think the internal mechanics of the ladies would translate from doll to? Yeah.
Why does it make sense that the Hot Wheels car transfers over? Like, it's a solid piece of metal.
Yeah.
Okay, but if everything on the Hot Wheels transfers over to, why didn't it need gas?
Like, yeah, I guess it comes with a full tank of gas.
That
Obviously.
never dies. I want a Hot Wheels now.
We when Jeff was here earlier, we were going through our Hot Wheels on the thing. It's like they really aren't practical, are they?
There's like one van on there, and it's got like a clown or something like that.
It's a playing card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a playing card.
Yeah.
It's like that's inconspicuous.
Yeah, they'll never notice.
That's why you go for the Camaro.
Obviously.
The Camaro was probably the most reasonable vehicle that Corey's got for the Hot Wheels.
No, you got to go for the Gizmo car. Or not Gizmo, Gonzo.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
gone.
the Gonzo car would be fun.
I sold my Muppets cars.
Did you?
Yeah.
Danny, if you could bring any toy like to real life, like okay, the Rock'em Sock'em robot's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
actually,
see, those
right?
are pretty cool, yeah. Always, yeah.
If
I
you-
like that.
If you could bring any toy to life the way they do in this movie, which toy would it be?
Oh, man. I didn't think about that. Son of a bitch.
Well, while you're thinking about it, I'm going to ask Corey that question then. You can't say Wonder Woman.
I know who Jeff would bring to life.
Who would I bring to life?
T-Rex.
Oh my god, it's a real life horror movie.
How horrific this is! You guys would be like, maybe Jeff's got a point.
I've always wanted a Mogwai.
No, you don't want. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
actually wants a Mogwai.
You should wait and see what I'm getting for Christmas from Andrew.
Everybody thinks they want a Mogwai, and then they feed them after midnight, and then you don't want one anymore.
That's the point. One of my objectives from Corey was to take over the world.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you couldn't even sell a Deadpool helmet. Do you really think you deserve that one?
I made my goal. Shut up.
Andrew made your goal.
No, I bullied him into it, actually. Andrew just helped.
Yeah, it was just like, Jeff, he needs to sell $40 more stuff. I'm just kind of like, well, I can spend 20 something. That's
Well, no, at first he was like, there's nothing I need. There's always something you need.
Yes.
Find something. Hey, it worked out to 2 bags of popcorn in a game that he really didn't need.
Me and
Yeah.
Corey played that game yesterday. So I bought Stanley Cup for the Super NES from Corey, and like I was having a seizure playing that fucking game. It's not as good as I remember. Like
You know in NHL when they have like the ice level view?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but on crack.
yeah, like, it was like switching all the fucking time. I'm just like I can't concentrate to play this game.
But all I know is Corey never said that how I had to reach that goal, just that that's the goal that I needed. So, therefore, I win.
Yeah, okay.
So Laura, Corey said a Mogwai. Danny said
Mogwai, not Mogwai. Mogwai.
I thought
Mogwai.
it was a Mogwai.
Mogwai.
It's a Mogwai?
Yes.
Huh. Okay. What toy would... Wait, isn't that a mythical creature anyway? So it's not really a toy?
It's cute.
But they made toys of him.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. What toy would you bring to life if you could bring a toy to life?
Obviously not Barbie, because I barbecued her.
Maybe you could... Maybe if you did bring Barbie to life, though it doesn't work that way, then you could barbecue a real-life Barbie.
Okay, I know
Dude, it'd
somebody...
be like
What the
you
fuck?
by then.
But you know what? Well, they can't charge me for murder that way.
Corey's the one with the German descent. I forgot. You're not about shoving people into the ovens.
I'd bring a Barbie life just so she'd be my dishwasher.
Wow.
I don't. Yeah, that's all she'd be good for. Her parts, like she's not anatomically correct, Corey. So like,
Why do women have small feet? So they can stand closer to the dishwasher.
you know who listens to this podcast regularly?
So,
Lisa.
Lisa, this is just for you. You're going to hear a loud thunk.
No, she doesn't.
Probably a good thing, because she'd appreciate the loud thunk. I don't know. That is a tough one.
Yeah, it's not that tough. Like there's
Garbage
gotta be
Pail
some-
Kids.
Huh?
The Garbage Pail Kids.
Why? So I understand the Mogwai. Like, they're cute, they're adorable. Just don't feed them after midnight. Why the garbage pail kids?
Remember that
Because
movie?
they're disgusting and ugly, and people would stay the hell away from me.
I mean, have you seen your face?
Supposed to be a festive Christmas time today.
Yeah, everybody, this is our cheerful before Christmas podcast.
You know what? We're being fairly nice-ish.
Love you, Laura.
Yeah, me and our former podcast partner Mike had a discussion about how like negative we could be on the show, and we're like, oh, you know, you're not, we're not. And then I'm like listening to this podcast, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, well.
Okay, but in all fairness, in all the years that you've known Corey and I, and had us in the same room together,
Well, this is the humor. Yes, this is definitely the humor.
have we ever been like mushy nice to each other?
There was that one time you licked his face.
Okay, but he deserved that.
What are you looking, Jolly Rancher that day?
He's like a sour ball from Wreck-It
okay.
Ralph.
Between you guys fondling my hair and licking my face.
Oh my God! People in the podcast where you have to touch Corey's hair. It's so soft.
Yeah.
Is it still soft now that he's got his hair?
Yes.
It's not as soft, but it's a little more flattened right now because, yeah, fresh haircut today. So
Man, we should have kept his hair in a bag and made a pillow out of it. Oh, it's so soft.
Ed Gein, settle down over there.
Then I could cut your face and wear like a mask. Cuckoo dance.
It's like this cartoon strip I saw once. It's like, hey Ed, does that girl look familiar to you? He's like, I don't know, let me check my Facebook. And yeah.
Oh.
Jeff, what toy would you bring to life?
I'm looking at it over here. I'd bring to life the Millennium Falcon. Because fuck yeah, Millennium Falcon. Who doesn't want to drive the Millennium Falcon? Except Laura doesn't, but like she doesn't count.
I'd crash it.
That's half the fun. Either that or the turtle blimp.
Like
Which
the
I would
Teenage
also-
Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Yeah.
Teenage
Nice.
Mutant Ninja Turtle blimp.
Okay, I changed my vote. I'd bring back the turtles because then I could say I actually freaking found them.
Listen. As an ambassador of the city of Camrose, we can't talk about the secret Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle population that is inhabiting the city sewers right now. We have to keep that under wraps because we don't want a public mayhem. You know, the masses will just go crazy if they find out about the existence of
Remember on
Teenage Mutant
Independence
Turtles?
Day when Bill Pullman got told that they had aliens the whole time? They just couldn't tell him. I feel like Jeff is the guy that he knows the whole time, but just won't tell anyone.
So as Jeff's talking, all I can think of is Mirror Lake, the park around there, is going to totally become like Central Park. Somebody's going to get mugged, and some guy in a hockey mask and a freaking hockey stick is going to come save me.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised nobody's been mugged in that tunnel yet, actually. So
Yo, Casey Jones does keep. I mean, I don't know anything about people in a hockey mask down there.
Elias Cortez.
So, Daddy, have I given you enough time to think about what toy you want?
Sonic.
Sonic!
I just talked about that too. Brings me back to my childhood because I played that game. Oh shit,
So you would bring to life like the whole game?
No, just Sonic.
You guess Sonic.
Yeah.
What would you do with Sonic?
Just think of all the gold
Well, you
rings
see.
you could get.
Oh, all that stuff I need.
Yeah,
All
just
that
punch him
money.
in the face and you'll get all these rings.
Right? Maybe gems too?
Yeah.
As Sonic becomes the new pinata.
Well, eventually he stops giving rings though, so you gotta let him loose every now and again and get more.
Yeah, but then he could be like that treasure beast in Fantastic Beasts. You just let him into a bank or a jewelry store, and then you're good to go.
What if he goes
That
Super
little
Sonic?
klepto thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost him.
He'll come back, Danny's someone who feeds him.
Yeah.
Chili dogs, if you
Yeah.
remember the cartoon.
Yeah, I do. Chili dogs. He'll be home all the time.
So, I'm gonna need someone with some Googling capabilities here for this
That's
next.
Laura.
Laura, are you the man in the chair? You're the guy in the chair, right?
Sure.
They can ask me again, but I can tell them to go fuck themselves again.
So the whole premise is based on that she's manufacturing this globe that traps naughty people, right?
Yes.
Is that a real, is that really lore?
Did you?
I've never heard that lore before. That's why I asked if anybody knows. I feel like you know, Laura.
So, actually, Corey should know this one too. Going back to the legend and lore of Krampus himself.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yeah, because he was the one that had the globe.
he's the
Originally,
one.
that's
Yes.
where she got it from, right?
Now, the lore states that Krampus would collect these naughty kids and stuff them in his bag, right?
Yeah.
But how do you keep them? You have to keep them in a globe.
I want to watch that movie.
Impish or admirable?
What is it called?
Oh, impish or admirable
Huh.
is if you were impish, you were bad. If you were admirable, you were good.
Yes.
Oh, impish or I thought you were saying one word
Oh,
there.
no.
So if you're impish, you go into the globe?
And he beats you with a
With the chains.
straw. Oh, yeah, there's chains too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he had the straw in the movie, didn't he? Yeah. I really like how the Krampus is never properly portrayed in movies. Like, they always do Santa Claus, And I know there's been a couple of Krampus...
Scary movies? Yeah.
Yeah, like scary movies, but I
That's
can...
a stretch.
Huh?
No,
That's a
yeah,
stretch.
That's a stretch. They weren't scary
wasn't
movies.
I know.
Wow.
You're right, they were.
But they were horror movies.
Yes,
Yeah.
they were...
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes a movie's in the horror department, even though it's not scary.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, what you're asking about is the
Is
classic
Jurassic
effect.
Park a horror movie? I don't think so.
It's totally a horror movie.
You're
Think
no,
about it.
it is
Think
not.
Oh,
Think
It is
about
not.
it.
No.
Welcome, Danny.
Daddy has
Wait.
entered the party.
But yeah, no, the snow
Cannot
globe.
be a horror movie. Sorry.
Wait,
this-
okay, yeah, whoa, back,
And we're back on this track.
So, the scene where the Velociraptors are chasing the kids through, the park,
Okay.
that's very tense. It has, supernatural stuff, with these dinosaurs that don't exist.
They're not supernatural.
It's supernatural! Science fiction can be
God.
supernatural.
Have you noticed that he's gone off the tangent of T-Rex and he's gone right for the raptors now?
I mean,
that's
if
because-
anybody out of the two was horrific, it would be the Raptors.
Yeah,
The
right,
Velociraptors, it's like a horror movie, the Velociraptor scene. There's this hideous monster that sprays slime in somebody's face.
Okay, Mike, now, before we get off with this one. So, if the first movie was a horror movie, how about the second movie? Was that a horror movie too?
The second
No, it
one
was
was
a
an action
joke.
movie.
Well, yes, it was, but there was raptors chasing people there.
But there was not the
But they
tense,
did kill them.
the tense,
But they did kill them.
They did kill people dying doesn't make
The
it a horror movie.
Tyrannosaurus Rex did kill people too.
People dying doesn't make it a horror
He
movie.
ate the puppy, not doghouse.
You know what? That was the saddest part of that movie. Out of all of them.
Puppy died, eh?
I actually was sitting in the theater. I'm like, he's gonna eat the dog, and then he did. I'm like, holy shit, he ate the dog.
He ate that dog, and I looked at Mark and went, "This is bullshit."
John Wick enters the chat.
The first one's a horror, the second one's an action. Jurassic
How was
Park
the
3 is a
How was the
comedy.
second one an action?
But there's way more action in that one. There's
But still,
military
dinosaurs still
people.
kill people.
But there's military people going off shooting guns in that one. There's explosions.
Well, what
in
about the
fourth-
compies? The compies killed a guy. Wouldn't that not be horror?
The compies?
Didn't they kill the little girl at the beginning?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, they didn't really. They just scratched her and stuff like that. They didn't kill her.
what? I thought that was
But the
the
com-
third one.
No, the
No,
Compies
no,
was the
the
opening
second one?
scene. The little
The
dudes.
little girl
Yeah, I remember the little dude.
With the sandwich.
with the sandwich.
I don't know why I thought that was the first or the third one. The little compies.
No.
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 Okay.
third one is when the uncle takes the kid parachuting and they get lost there.
Yeah,
No,
they're
the dad,
parasailing.
the dad.
No, that was her brother.
No, that was her dad. The boy.
Yeah, it was the
boy.
uncle that took them, and the dad and the mom came
To
pretending
find
they
him.
were rich.
Yeah.
Was it
No.
Zahn or was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
They were pretending to be rich.
Yeah, but
go
no,
find
he
him.
was his stepdad.
Right.
Well,
Oh, that's right.
He was
Stepdad,
his
yes.
stepdad, and then
Not for
her
looks,
dad
but just
was the
roles.
dad was the one who took the boy.
Yes.
I was like, oh, brother. No, I remember him on that one.
Okay, there are horrific scenes in the Lost movie, but it's more predominantly an action movie. It's like, is Aliens a horror movie or an action movie?
Aliens is more a horror movie
Oh,
than
Aliens
Jurassic
is a great
Park
horror
is.
movie. When you see something fly into your face, goddamn.
See, and it's funny because I will say Aliens is a horror any day of the week,
Aliens or Alien?
regardless. But if I admit to that, I would have to admit to Jurassic Park because really, there's nothing supernatural about them, and
Corey,
But Jeff says they're supernatural.
if you admit,
Science fiction can be construed as supernatural.
if you admit to Jurassic Park,
I
being a
won't
horror
admit to
movie,
it. No, I refuse to admit to it. But I'm just saying, if we're going to call Aliens a horror, I mean,
Aliens is still scarier than Jurassic Park.
You know, when I was thinking of movies for our Can't Believe I Haven't Seen That, I forgot a big omission. I've never seen Aliens.
what?
What?
Yeah, never seen Aliens.
You haven't seen the first one?
No, I've seen the first one. I've seen Alien, but I've never actually seen Aliens.
It's the James Cameron one, man.
I've been told it's the best of the series, but I haven't seen it.
I lend it to you, but I don't know when I'd see it again.
Considering I still have his Terminator.
I've got some movies that he let me at like the beginning of the podcast, like when we started this.
Did you return the movies that I lent to you?
Moving on.
I rest my case.
So the snow globe, the snow globe that Krampus has. Let's get back on topic here.
Let's get back to this.
It's called the Glaskepig.
And it's a real mythological thing.
Well, Glaskepig is snow globe in German.
Yeah.
But is it based on some sort of
Yes.
real life lore?
Yes.
What's the lore?
That if you're naughty, Krampus is going to come steal you, stick you in his sack, whip you, and then trap you in this globe.
Okay. You know, you really got to work on your presentation effects. Let me tell you that much.
You asked, I told you!
Is this whole trope of like supernatural bureaus played themselves out? Like I enjoyed it in this one, but like, you know, there was like Men in Black and R.I.P.D. are clearly
Okay, but the
most
Men in Black were just going after aliens, and R.I.P.D. was spirits. That doesn't count.
But I know, but there's like those are the first examples that came
Yes.
to mind of like these supernatural bureaus. Hellboy, the BRPD.
Okay,
Like,
well, that's closer, yeah.
but it's almost identical.
Right? Except for the whole having... I think having it in the movie was a good idea. I didn't like Lucy Liu's character in there.
I mean, have we ever liked Lucy Liu's character?
Well, it depends on the movie, but this one was...
She's been in okay movies, but she's never the reason.
No. And this one...
She was just a filler.
Right, but this one really felt like they just were just putting it in there so that she could relive Charlie's Angels.
I liked her in Kill Bill.
Yeah, she
I
was
liked
okay.
her. Kill Bill was the example I was going to say for liking her, but then I was like, I liked her as that character, but I didn't like the character
Yeah.
itself.
And then
because
same
you're not
with-
supposed to like the character.
Ballistic, X vs. Sever. It was a shoddy movie, but she was okay. So
I liked her in Futurama when she was a severed head.
fair. Nathan Fillion was a severed head in Santa Clarita Diet. That was a great show. I missed that show.
In what?
Santa Clarita Diet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was Santa Clara Diet, but okay.
Never seen it, but I know it had like some big names attached to it.
Drew Barrymore.
And Timothy Olyphant were the main two.
Yeah, how did
Joel
you get
McHale was in it. Yeah, like I said, Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion was in it?
He was the head. I just said that.
Yeah, you just said that.
You said
Pay
it,
attention.
he said it very softly, Kay, so I was hoping that I could hear who the head was.
How did I hear him?
You're sitting right beside him. Of course you hear him when he's
Well,
being
that's-
soft.
You're being soft, apparently.
Soft and supple.
So we're back to the chia thing. Okay, gotcha.
So Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. How do we feel about that?
Oh yeah,
I don't understand the hate. I think it works perfect.
It works really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it looks terrible. Like
It's supposed to look terrible.
I know it's supposed to look terrible.
He's supposed to look ridiculous, and he's a dick. That's all they needed to do.
And he plays it perfectly for that.
Nathan Fillion does play a good
Yeah.
dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I could turn back the clock 10 years, Nathan Fillion as Booster Gold. That would have been my pick.
Yeah. I'm all for the talks of what's his nuts? Powell. Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell?
Yeah.
For which role?
Booster Gold.
For Glenn Powell as Booster?
Yeah.
I can't see that.
I totally can see that.
Maybe I don't know enough of his stuff, but I guess I have like a hard time because I just see him as like this ultra serious guy. And Booster Gold's not the ultra serious.
No,
guy.
I totally see him pulling it off. I don't know. You're right. I haven't seen zany out of him, but I could see him pulling it off.
I'd be interested. Like, thank God it wasn't. I was worried that it was going to be.
Pratt.
Yeah, thought it was going to be Pratt.
Yeah.
Which, like, yeah, I've seen that character.
Yeah.
Done with that character.
Yeah. No, literally, right? So.
Yeah. Oh, moving on back to this movie at hand.
So, the bitch slap contest was fantastic.
Was it the best part of this movie?
It was probably 1D. I still haven't filled in C yet.
Yeah, you still haven't filled in C yet, eh?
Yeah.
That was good.
I'm curious what C is going to be now that you're thinking about it.
It's probably going to be Gorilla.
I'm glad they didn't go the route of like just The Rock decimating him because that didn't make any sense.
No.
And then I like how The Rock got like a good slap and Krampus just kind of like, yeah, my turn.
Smack that shit out of him.
He's a holiday TV god. I can't stand a chance against him. And then the Chris Evans character is just kind of like, I thought you could win.
Yeah, if you win, then we'll be your slaves or whatever, but if he wins...
I still feel like they should have ended up being their slaves. Like, you know, all they did was escape. Like, how come they weren't enslaved?
Well, I don't think, in the grand scheme of things, because of course the ending, I don't think Krampus was trying to stop them. He was just asserting his dominance.
Yeah, Krampus is misunderstood.
Well, he said he got tired of punishing the naughty. Now it was just more fun to party.
What did he say? It was Krampus Day or something like that?
Krampus Day every day. Yeah.
Merry Krampus Day!
What do you guys think of the snowmen? I almost found them like, why did they make them so attractive? Like,
Little Freudian slip from Jeff here.
but like,
What the hell?
I'm never building a snowman around Jeff.
they were a little obscenely buff, if I'm frankly honest, especially the one with the little tilted like hat on the side
Jesus.
there.
What I want to know, honestly, is what was with the clown car effect with the ice cream truck.
Oh, how they came out. While that scene was going on, I'm just like, what in the fuck is going on? Ice cream truck out of the ocean?
So they have the ice cream themes going on, and literally I'm sitting there going, doo 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 doo.
And how come The Rock didn't know that you just knocked their nose off to begin with?
Especially after 572 years,
Yes.
which they said many times, which is why I remember this crap.
10,000 years will give you such a crick
Crick
in the neck.
Yeah, I feel like something should have been known about these snowmen that you just clipped the nose off, right? It would have
But
saved
that
one
doesn't
guy's
make
life.
sense because when Chris Evans is fighting the one, the nose falls off. It's on the freaking barbecue. And the snowman stands back up and puts it back on.
Oh, man, that was it. When the snowman did like the pool and Chris Evans was in it. Sometimes in movies you're just like, oh my god, they're actually gonna get him. I thought they were actually gonna get him that time.
They got his foot.
Yeah, they got his foot.
Yeah.
They did not get him. But
Yeah.
They would
What a
have.
fucking dick The Rock is. He's like, you get yourself
A
out.
little help. You got it.
I know I'm going to say it at the end, but I could not stand Dwayne Johnson in this movie.
Really?
This
not
was
stand
a typical role for him.
Oh, it was 100% typical role for him.
It was The Rock playing The Rock. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he wasn't wearing a brown cargo shirt.
Tactical vest, right?
Yeah. Like, freaking hell.
You and me, Danny, I remember going to the Mummy Returns with you in like the heyday of The Rock way back then. Do you feel like he's fallen from grace nowadays?
Yeah.
Like, I remember when there was big excitement, right? You remember those days.
I do remember
The Scorpion King?
Yeah.
That was a huge deal way back in the day.
He wasn't jacked up. Like now he's just jacked up. It's crazy. And I think more of it being that now he just wants to be on a fucking TV or movies all the time.
I think the DC thing is what did him in. When
I
he
think so,
tried
too.
to take over
Yeah.
DC and was incredibly arrogant about it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna take over Warner Brothers DC and all this stuff, and I'm gonna face Superman, but I have a clause in my contract I can't lose.
Yeah, well, Black Adam is... I don't think I've ever seen Black Adam and Superman fight in the comic books, but if there's any character that could beat Black Adam...
Well, they do fight in the comic books, but then, like, it's even when they were doing Black Adam, I know that when, Captain Marvel? What's Captain Marvel? What the hell is that one? Which one's that?
Shazam.
Shazam, thank you.
Oh,
Shazam.
You're thinking
the
of
other
like-
Captain Marvel.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're
Shazam.
not allowed to call him
Captain Marvel
anymore.
anymore. That's right. So Shazam, when they were just doing that movie too, Shazam, Zachary Levi was supposed to be in Black Adam, but Dwayne Johnson said no to promote that movie.
Yeah.
They were supposed to merge those movies
Shazam's
together.
number one
Enemy
is
is Black
Black
Adam.
Adam.
They were supposed to merge those movies together, but he said no, he can't appear.
But that would have made so much more sense
Yep.
than Superman showed up.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen Black Adam. I actually hear it's
Me
not.
neither.
It's not that bad. Like, it wasn't bad, but it was like the ending part of it with Amanda Waller. It wasn't bad. Him threatening her, saying, "Yeah, you bring whoever you want," and then Superman coming in with Henry Cavill. Like, I didn't expect him to be there. Right? Like, that wasn't who I wanted to see there. Like,
Why would Superman be working with Amanda Waller?
well, I don't think he was working with Amanda Waller. I think because he found out that he's now being a threat, right? Because they just had the Justice League movie. Now he's the next threat, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's like, it's like I didn't feel like he shouldn't have been part of that movie. And I know you haven't seen the movie and you wouldn't really know, right? Like, to me, I don't think he should have been really part of that movie. Like, at the ending of it, it was just it should have been Shazam, the ending of it, but that's here or there.
As good as the new Superman movie looks, I was just rewatching The Flash, and I'm a little heartbroken that universe is dead. Like, there was some potential in there, right? Like, a lot of the movies were pretty subpar, but like there was still room in that universe to go, right?
Barring how he was written, Affleck is still the best Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
He was more into where it was the Dark Knight, like the comic books, the Dark Knight.
Yeah,
where
like
he was
the
the
Frank
violent,
Miller
exactly.
and,
where
yeah.
he was the violent Batman,
And he was
that
a
set.
suave Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. Like
So-
he was set for those roles. Like that made it. Those movies were good.
He was just a really whiny Batman.
But again,
that's the writing.
But that's the writing, right? Like he's a director. He knew how to-
definitely bleeding.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Batman would never say that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, never in a million years.
God damn it, Whedon.
Oh, right.
I was watching The Flash, and he was on that scene with he's on Wonder Woman's belt.
Yeah.
Well, what did he say? Is this like, I'm much too arrogant to ever admit that I need someone's help or something like that? And like, I didn't like that joke. I don't like that kind of joke that Batman's.
Well, especially in the comics where she puts her rope around all the guys and they give away their identity. So puts it around Superman, it's like Kal-El or whatever, puts it on whoever else, puts it on Batman, he's like, I'm Batman.
Oh.
Well, he's not lying. He is Batman.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Superman is actually the mask, whereas Clark Kent is really who he is because how he was raised. Whereas Batman, Bruce Wayne is the mask, and Batman is who he is.
Yeah.
So
I was watching clips of Batman Beyond, and it was the episode where someone was trying to make Bruce Wayne think that he's crazy. And at the end of it, oh God, why can't I think of Batman Beyond's name? Terry McGinnis.
Yeah.
He goes, well, how did you know the voices weren't true? And he goes, oh, the voices were calling me Bruce. That's not what I call myself.
I want to see a Michael Keaton Batman Beyond.
But they've been talking about it for a long time.
Michael Keaton showing up in the Flash movie robbed us of Thomas Wayne, like the guy.
Flashpoint? Yeah.
Flashpoint, yeah.
That's a shame.
The Flashpoint storyline is incredible. I do hope that Gunn will eventually make that story properly. But he also said he just yesterday, the day before, got interviewed saying Flash is not in my immediate radar anymore.
No, I did. Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, so
I actually read that today when we got that interview.
That stinks. I feel like Flash has been done dirty for so many years. At least he had an amazing CW show, right? But like he should have had a
the
movie.
CW show was awesome. I liked it.
It kind of went like this, and then went like this. It didn't go like this, but it went like this.
Yeah.
Like
it had
for all you people listening.
Yeah.
Look how checked out Laura is. Like we're talking superheroes.
Whatever.
We take a moment to appreciate that we're talking superheroes and nobody's at each other's throats.
Maybe I'm just enjoying the moment that nobody's trying to rip out your guys' throats. Is that where I go?
Where are we? 42 minutes. We should probably get back. So.
Should we get going?
Yeah.
The toy store thing, is that cheesy, terrible, okay, actually kind of cool?
It was actually kind of cool.
Cheesy, actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because you can be both. So.
You can.
I think it's hard to be cheesy and kind of cool.
But now I want to go to a toy store and open up the storage room to see if I can walk through an image.
That was my same thought too. Can you go through this? The inside of the store?
My question is, do you guys think it works in adult toy stores?
So end up in an Amsterdam toy store? Yes. Excuse me, I want to buy this for my wife. Can you try it out for me? Puts the zappy thing on that. It shrinks because now it's life size.
Yeah, oh man! These things are only getting bigger. It is so gross because it
just a decapitated. Yeah. Laura's done. Jeff is done.
Oh, Jeff is so done.
Well, and the blow-up dolls, right? Like,
they come to life and their mouths just suck like.
what's wrong, honey?
This podcast is rated NC-17. Viewer discretion is advised.
This is our Christmas episode. We've been so far off the rails.
Tease the season to be married. Oh, that's my name. No shit. There, Christmas.
So, note to self, never get them a toy larger.
Well, it doesn't
Exactly.
Yeah. Never get them a toy enlarger that brings things to life and set them loose in an adult store.
Do you think The Rock tried that, like zapping himself?
Oh, yeah, I did. with the amount of shit that Rock has done in terms of working out, that he's got a really tiny package now.
You know, if he can click his heels and shrink, then obviously he's tried it.
Well, like after 500 some years, you're probably getting erectile dysfunction, right? Like, you know, you get a little up there in the ears. Need a little help down there.
This is why they created Viagra. Just saying. I think
Swedish penis pump. I swear that's not mine, baby.
I think we're past the NC-17 rating now. Just saying.
The beauty of that joke is the box that says, "This is totally mine, baby."
Yeah.
That's the beauty of that joke.
Swedish penis pumps and me. This is my bag, baby. By Austin Powers.
Oh, the Austin Power movies, though.
I love them.
We all remember a time in the world where we didn't look at memes, we didn't look at YouTube videos, we just quoted Austin Power movie to one another, right?
Okay, so in the world of memes and the internet and things crossing around,
the movie.
how did the Marilyn Manson thing freaking spread to the entire world when there was no internet?
Like the music?
No.
Oh, you're talking
The
like
rib thing.
The rib thing.
Yeah. Every kid knew about it. Like, you probably knew about it growing up.
Oh, yeah.
I knew about it growing up. You probably knew about it growing up. And yet, how?
I remember having conversations with Daddy about the rib thing.
They have this thing called a tabloid.
Maybe that makes sense. I don't understand how that freaking crossed the globe.
TLR.
TLR.
Yeah, Total Request Live. That was how that's. That's where you get that kind of gossip. TRL?
TRL.
Yeah. You know what? Words and abbreviations are tough, right?
It's tough today. Or tough tonight. News
like that spread so differently back in the 90s. Like, and you had no way of proving it, right? You'd hear this thing, and you'd talk about it in the playgrounds, and then you couldn't run to your phone and Google it.
That's
right?
what we talked about in the playground. Ribs.
Right?
Did you see this in this tabloid about this
and then
person?
after that started fizzling. Oh, by the way, that's Fred whatever from the Wonder Years.
Fred Savage?
The other one, his friend. Yeah, and it's like, no.
Did someone try to say Marilyn Manson was?
Yeah.
Was Fred Savage's friend in the Wonder Years.
I didn't hear that one.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I heard that, yeah.
Huh. But he could have been. I hear Marilyn Manson's a very lovely person in real life.
He's a fairly well-educated dude, actually.
Yeah.
He's just really.
But that's the thing, is most people who do that sort of thing, they know psychology and they know how to grind people the right way to make them love them and hate them at the same time.
You know how to grind people.
Okay, I have a new request for Christmas. I need a grinder.
Like a pot grinder or a meat grinder or what kind of?
Both?
An app?
No.
You are not allowed to bring her into the back of your work.
Oh, wait. Never mind. I bought Marco for Christmas. We're good.
Deer grinder?
Well.
Her ringtone is, "Do you want to hide a body?"
If I change it to, "Oops, I did it again," that means I succeeded.
You've seen Sweeney Todd, right? She's the Helena Bonham Carter character.
Except for I'd get away with it.
She did too. It was him that screwed up.
Exactly.
So let's get back to this movie that we all watched.
We're only at 48 minutes. I'm pretty proud, actually.
Yeah.
It was bullshit when the son and the dad both ended up in the naughty globe thingy, right?
No, that makes sense.
Like, why? I get why he ended up in it, but like, how did he get the son?
Well, think about it. When he goes and picks up the son, he asks him, like, what you did? Well, I hacked into the school's mainframe. I was marking myself as not absent, but so that he could go do this.
But he also talks about what a good kid he is. Also, though, like all this nice stuff he does, right? Like,
I think it's like you have to be perfect or not.
Well, in Gorilla's eyes, you have to be perfect. Mm-hmm. Santa always has a little bit of leeway, but Gorilla, no.
So just because you hack into a mainframe to change absentees,
He slashed tires.
Oh,
Well, we
yeah,
did not
slash
bite
tires.
a tire.
He still slashed tires.
Yeah.
And then his best friend's not his friend anymore because, he ratted on him.
Yeah, well, you know what? Snitches get stitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, then he was good because he only slashed the tires.
That's why you gotta keep your circle small and don't tell nobody.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have skipped with the girl that your best friend likes.
You know, we just realized today that my son's bike is missing. He has no idea where it is.
Well, that's good.
He's just like, I'm just like, well, did it get stolen? I don't think so. When was the last place you see it? Well, I don't know. Fuck, Nick. It's probably been gone for like a month, and he's just realizing now that his bike's gone. Oh, that was well brought up.
Well, I coughed. And I one rip. I'm like, that was good.
Well, on that note, should we take a quick commercial break and then do,
Maybe spray the air.
I just thought about something and I'll bring it up during break.
So
There we go.
now we're back.
There we
Now
go.
we're back.
seamless?
Now we're back.
That was some... Wow.
Like I said, guys, we had to change the name from Real Life Opinions to Technical Difficulties.
Yeah.
So that was good bringing us back there, Dad. You did.
Yeah, no, I had a nice, now
did
we're
it.
back, now it's like a big pause. Now we're just like, God damn it. Now we're back.
I'm going to die over here.
Well, fuck. Alright, carry on. Where were we at?
I think we were going to see where this movie goes in the video store. Laura, I'm going to start with you. I'll put you on the spot.
Christmas isn't a section still, is it?
I think we allowed it in December. Did we allow Christmas in December?
I think we did, but we had to have a backup too because everything in December will be Christmas.
Right.
Obviously.
Yes.
So this
But-
one would still... It would go in action.
Oh, the question was last year, I don't think we did it this year, but last year was, is it a Christmas movie? Because we did
100% it is.
yeah, this one's 100%. But, so if it's not in Christmas, when it's not
Action.
Christmas. Action?
Yeah.
Corey,
Yeah.
you're in agreement?
Yeah.
Danny, did this drama tear at your heartstrings with the father,
God,
son?
fuck, no. It's a Christmas movie.
Well, if it can't be a Christmas movie, where else would it be?
A whore.
Just for you, Jeff.
Just for
Because of the
right.
snowman, right? Or is it Krampus? And
It's
his giant
Krampus.
hand?
It's Krampus.
His hand was really
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
Like, to make the Rock's head look
The
like
red mark that he leaves on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I think the Rock getting bitch slapped and gets spun is probably the highlight of this movie.
Is that part C? Or is that A? Or maybe B?
I think he already made that 1A.
1A. What was 1A? Okay.
Oh, 1A was Santa.
Yeah, Rip Santa, Chris Evans, and
So this is C.
yeah, okay.
You know, we didn't even talk about the main villain of this movie. We talked about the side villain, but we didn't talk about the witch herself. eh?
Gorilla?
She reminded me of.
Don't say her name.
She
Gorilla,
reminded me of the girl
gorilla.
from Bullet Train, actually. A mixture of her and what the hell is her name? Esther from Orphan.
I don't.
And
see,
Esther is freaking creepy.
Yeah.
I don't see the girl from Bullet Train at all. I don't I don't know. I guess I don't even understand where that reference comes from. You'll have to explain.
I don't know. Just she had such a young look to her, whereas
Afterwards,
You
she
knew she
looked
was
like a
older.
monster.
yeah,
Yeah, and she's
quite a bit actually.
Yeah.
So what's funny enough, going based on the lore on that one, Gorilla was never a winter witch. She was always just an ogre.
Well,
So Krampus went for an ogre.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but remember when she did change? How he's like,
Oh,
"That's the one I
yes.
fell in love with."
Right.
That's true.
But
That's true.
I was curious how the lovemaking would work because
She was pretty big.
how
Who was
would
the
you-
dominated one in that one?
Well,
Literally a needle in a haystack.
hot dog down the hallway.
when Krampus got bitch slapped and he's like, just like old times. Yeah, she was totally dominant.
Actually, knowing that his favorite game is like that bitch slap game, that actually makes a little sense that he likes getting tossed around a little bit by a bigger woman, actually.
Yeah.
She did kick the shit out of him.
She did.
Oh my god, we didn't talk about his badass sleigh. With the fucking skulls and little fireballs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. That was cool.
Why doesn't Santa take his brother's sleigh? Like, that'd be so much more cool.
Because Santa has the 10-foot tall reindeer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the reindeer are pretty huge in this movie.
Yeah, but they were awesome.
But they have the hots for the rock, so it's just kind of like, can you trust those reindeer?
Yes.
Well, he needed some company in those 500 years.
Getting a Wonder Woman doll doesn't work for me in the
That's
turn of
right.
the deer.
That's probably why they were that tall.
And now I have the Kevin Bloody Wilson song running through my head.
Which Kevin Bloody Wilson song?
Bestiality's great.
You know what I feel like watching now?
Where the hell did
Oh, you'll laugh even more when I tell you what it is. Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh.
Okay.
How?
Where is this connection?
Welcome to my brain.
10-foot tall reindeer. Bestiality's great. Let's watch Ernest. I don't get it.
Like, those two guys that have the reindeer are pretty fucking weird, but I don't think they're that weird.
It's a missed opportunity that John Cena never played Ernest.
Like, he does kind of look like a buff Ernest, doesn't
Yeah.
he? You know what? I honestly think John Cena's got the acting chops to do it too. He's just got to get a little skinnier. Maybe he could do like Ernest Goes to Wrestling Camp.
I actually think he might pull a Batista, and because Batista, the reason he trimmed up so much, he's like, it is way too much effort at my age to keep up that physique, and I don't need it anymore, and I want to do other roles, so he lost all his muscle. So
Well, if you look at Cena, he's losing quite a bit
yeah,
too.
and he's got that bald spot.
Yeah. It's got something in common with Jeff.
Yeah, it's about that's the first and the last thing me and John Cena have in common. We have a bald spot in the back, and we're both in denial about it.
You might be the same age.
I think John Cena's slightly older than me.
I don't know.
Yeah, I want to say
Oh.
I want to say John Cena is 47. So more than slightly older than me. 47, 45. That's my guess. What did I say? 47?
Yep.
Is that it?
Maybe. So he's 2 years older than me, even.
Yeah, you can't see me. You know?
I don't want to admit that he's right.
Well, yeah, sometimes the truth is painful, you guys.
Born the same year as my sister.
Aww.
Have you guys ever seen, we rented it from the video store, Camp Fred?
Yep.
Yo.
Okay, so that movie Fred is awful. Fred is an abomination. He's so irritating, but John Cena as his dad is fucking hilarious. And there's this one scene in Camp Fred where he's just like, oh my god, I wish Dad was here to like give me like an inspirational speech. And he's walking past like this fucking dump, this landfill. I don't know, and there's like a random refrigerator there. John Cena comes out of the refrigerator and he's just like, what's going on, son? Toot, 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 toot. Dad, what are you doing here? It's like the funniest
So he's
thing.
playing himself, but he's playing his dad?
Yeah, John Cena's playing himself, playing Fred's dad.
Oh. Wow.
And then
But he pulls the Pennywise.
and then he goes back in the cooler, and Fred's just like, that was bad advice, Dad. Dad, your advice sucks. And he opens up the fridge, and John Cena just goes, you can't see me, and closes the fridge door.
Wow.
It's so funny. All roads lead back to the WWE.
Yeah.
Only with you.
Okay, well. Corey, final thoughts on Red 1 tonight.
You know, for the fact that the critics shit on that movie like so badly, it was a lot of fun. It definitely is going to be a rewatch for me every year. That said, it wasn't without its terrible moments. And again, I could not stand The Rock in it. And I think honestly, because of that brings down the rating as much as it is. It drops it down to probably like a 3.75 for me. So otherwise, if it was somebody else, I probably would have given it a higher rating, but I just can't do it.
Laura, what's your final thought on Red One?
I agree with Corey. It's definitely one that I'm going to watch again. It kind of rates up there with Batman for me.
Yeah. That was a fun movie.
It was. The Rock's role is very typical. Lucy Liu I could live without. But, it's still going to get a 4 out of 5 for me.
Jeff?
Danny?
Jeff?
No.
No, too late. He said Jeff.
He said me first, eh?
Yeah.
My final thoughts, I think this is a Temple of Doom is where I'm going to put this
Oh
guy.
my God, again?
That's not your final thoughts. That's your rating. What's your final thoughts?
Well, my final thought, it felt like it was a harken back to like the old 90s action movies, for better or for worse. Like that's what it kind of felt like to me. I actually miss this style of movie because I feel like movies aren't made in this vein anymore, and it was a bit of a breath of fresh air to go back to that style. But like, I don't know, if I'm gonna revisit it every Christmas, I might revisit it here and there, but it's not a must watch every Christmas for me. The Rock wasn't as egregious to me as he was to you guys. J.K. Simmons is probably, I don't know, probably my favorite iteration of Santa Claus. I'm trying to think of what I like better, like maybe the Santa Claus from Rise of the Guardians.
Violent Night.
Oh, you know what? I forgot about Violent Night. I almost like I like the Violent Night movie better than this movie, but I actually think I like this iteration of Santa better than that iteration of Santa. Rise of the Guardians Santa's pretty fucking awesome though. But yeah, that's my rating. It's a Raiders of the, or not a Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom. It's a cheesy yet fun kind of movie, right? And you get past the cheesiness and the tackiness, you're in for a good time. Danny, your final thoughts? Oh, sorry, Laura.
I have to add into like I like the fact that they added more lore into it. Or I guess I can't say more lore, but new. It's
new old lore.
It's new old lore, yes.
Yeah, like it's lore that we don't see in the Santa Claus movies, right? Like,
well, and how many people outside of Iceland know about Grilla?
Mm-hmm. This was the first time I'd ever heard of her, right? And is she Christmas related?
She is actually very much like Krampus, except for she eats the kids.
Ooh.
And she's got 13 sons who help her steal them. And,
I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Right. Yeah, right. You got to feed those kids.
Right.
13 sons.
Kids.
Yep.
Someone slept with that thing 13 times. Eh?
Yeah, Krampus.
Krampus.
Krampus did it.
It's all his
Krampus
damn
slept with
fault.
that lady.
That was the thing I didn't talk about in my final thoughts. I really like Krampus and Santa Claus. Like, I love that concept of them being brothers and like a connection there.
Instead of Santa's shadow.
Yeah, I like that connection.
Okay, Danny.
Well, everyone pretty much got a great opinions in this movie. It's awesome.
They're real life, too.
They're real life opinions. They're really nice.
It's like they're told by fans, not critics.
Critics, exactly. Some people like The Rock. Somebody really liked The Rock.
I didn't. Whoa, let's not say that I really
like The Rock. All right, let's say he wasn't like The Rock. He was okay.
Yes.
He was okay. It's all right. So we had some people like The Rock. Some person, he was there.
We could say he was man crushing.
Yes, thank you. He was man crushing The Rock. All right. Honestly,
are they talking about me?
Yes, about you having a man crush for The Rock.
I feel like I was.
He was rock hard for Rock.
I love this being the last one because we're just everyone's.
He's like 500 years old. He's way like I don't date older men.
He might show you a good time. 500 ways.
He's gonna have to use that little laser thing. Let me tell you.
He probably wrote the Kama Sutra.
Right?
I think he's in the right here anyway. So
Okay, Danny.
I like to be the comic relief in this last one segment. Everyone had a great opinion on this. You know what? I did like this movie. It was good. No, I'm not gonna watch it every Christmas like these two over here. Maybe every 2 years. We'll see.
maybe they have man crushes on Chris Evans, even though
Oh
I do.
shit! Oh man, fuck!
I've always had a man crush on
Totally have a man crush on Chris.
Chris Evans all the way. I'll go with the man crush there.
I've loved Chris Evans since the late 90s, so. Like,
Wow. Okay.
I mean, not another teen movie? Come on.
Okay, so my crush isn't as big as Corey's.
Damn. All right.
you're never gonna get to finish your final thought.
I'm
Sorry.
okay with this. I will rate the movie because before we get into all of this, I will rate it 3.5
Out of 5.
out of 5.
Out of 20.
Out of 20.
You know, this isn't even Chris Evans' best performance this year, though. Like, Chris Evans in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, that was
that
good.
was fucking
I
spectacular.
like that now that he's kind of shrugged off the shadows of Captain America, he's back to being his old self again.
Yeah.
But he's coming back.
Wow.
What,
They
Captain
don't say he's
America's
going to be
coming
Captain
back?
America.
No, I think
I think he's going to be
awesome.
Captain Hydra, yeah.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I was thinking too.
Oh, you know what? That would actually work really good if he was Captain Hydra because,
The RDJ
Yeah.
Doctor Doom, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And I wonder if you could bring back, Chris Hemsworth as like, what's Odin's brother's name? It's like some with a B. He could be
Beta
like,
Ray Bill?
No, not Beta Ray Bill.
I only knew of that character. I didn't know who he was related to or anything, so I didn't know.
Beta Ray Bill is like
Well,
an
Captain
eight-
Carter's coming back, I hear.
Yeah, yeah.
Beta,
I hope she becomes like the British one, Captain America.
Oh,
Like in
see?
What If, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh.
Has anyone watched the new ones?
Not the new ones.
No,
I saw
haven't yet.
the Hulk one.
Ooh.
It was pretty good. Yeah, it was
Nice.
actually pretty good. But I was trying to figure out which movie because they said the What If were supposed to be about a different Marvel movie each time.
So if he's coming back as Odin's brothers, then he would either be Vili or V.
I don't think either one of those are Owen's brother in Marvel's comics. I think it's like a Boromir or something like that. Brahmir or something like that.
Brahmir.
Bor and Buri, which were
Maybe
his
Buri?
father.
No. His brother is like an evil. He did like this thing where he gave evil hammers to all the Avengers and possessed. It's a long, convoluted
I
story.
get where you're coming. See, that's. I guess that's the issue because, like, Scandinavian and everything, Bor or Buri were literally Odin's father. So
It wasn't his fault.
my husband cannot watch the new movie if they come like that.
You gotta do Marvel Odin's brothers because they don't follow the mythology 100%. Like
Seriously, my husband cannot watch this movie.
If they followed that.
Would he pick it apart?
Yeah. You know Mark Scandinavian, right?
Okay, well, Laura's Googling that. So this movie's getting a thumbs up for me. Danny, does it get a thumbs up from you?
I thought we already established this.
way.
When have we done thumbs up?
We started doing this. We're doing the consensus thing. We tried this a couple movies ago.
Okay.
When
Did we
did you
forget
guys
about
do
this?
that?
I don't remember it either.
I think it was the
Is
first
this-
one you did.
Is this the one where
because
Danny
I
told
don't
you guys
remember
to...
doing a thumbs up when I first got it.
Is this the one where Danny told you guys to fuck off?
It might have been the one with Danny told me. The thumbs
Yeah, because
is
they wanted me
whether
to Google. Like, that's going to happen.
are we giving it up or down? If we all give it, like if we consensusly
Could we
give it
do
an
a
up,
side?
you can give it we'll give it an up, a down, or okay? And whatever the consensus is what we say. So I'm going to give it an up. You're going to give it an
I'll give it an up.
Laura, are you giving it an up? So 3 ups and an So this is real life opinion approved. Hey.
So, and who you're talking about apparently is Cole Borson.
Oh, okay.
That sounds incorrect, but sure.
Marvel database. Odin's evil brother.
I will take your word for it. Thor's evil brother?
Odin's.
Oh, okay. So it's like, not Thor's.
Thor's evil brother, you see.
Thor's evil brother was Loki,
Yeah, I
who
was saying.
wasn't actually evil.
He's evil.
No, he was pretty evil.
Yeah, you know,
He was the god of evil when he
Mischief.
first started.
He's got a mischief.
No.
Mischief.
Yes.
When he was first in the comics, he was the god of evil. Then he became the god of mischief.
See, this is why I can't read these fucking comments.
The first couple Avengers, because he was the first Avenger villain, he like fucked around with the Hulk, and he was called the god of evil at that time. He
Like, how did he fuck around with it?
Oh, he like
It was
made him go
cold
crazy.
that night. So.
Like,
So, Jeff,
Yep.
what do you got going on for Christmas?
Tomorrow, big trip out to the farm.
it's 24th, but yeah, it's Christmas Eve.
We have
Eve.
Merry
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve tonight.
Every Christmas Eve, we spend
I
it
don't
out at my
watch
dad's farm. Christmas, big turkey dinner. The in-laws coming by, and then
nice.
down to Bymore on the 26th. So it's going to be a busy 3 days for me here.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of traveling, which is okay. You know, I love seeing family. I don't make it to either farm enough as it is. Like I miss the farm life dearly. Sometimes I question why I ever moved off of the farm.
Yeah, no kidding. No, I mean you're totally like farm boy mentality. So.
Yeah, one of these days we'll get into where I fucking grew up before I moved to cameras, guys. You guys okay, this all makes sense though.
I thought we had this conversation already.
I don't know. I don't listen when he talks. So.
Okay.
There were probably, here, I'll put it this way, there were probably more people in your store today, Corey, than lived in the town I grew up in. I think I've told you that part.
Yeah, very sporadic day today. Anyway,
Danny, what do you got going on for Christmas?
Tomorrow I'm gonna have Christmas dinner. I'm gonna have a prime rib Christmas dinner with my mom.
Neat.
So that's what I'm doing. And then the 25th, I am gonna go hang out with some friends and play Magic pretty much all day.
You want to
Gotta
give
do a potluck thing with my friends, and then the 26th, I'm going back to work.
Boo.
And the 27th, I work half a day, and then I'm off Saturday, and then I work Sunday, and then I'm off for 3 days.
You better give your Magic crew a shout out to all of them, see if they listen. Or
Nah,
I guess
no,
like
we're good.
I've been meaning to talk. Well, is Andrew part of the Magic crew, or you know?
Fuck no.
I was gonna.
He doesn't want to.
Wow,
He's kind of
Andrew, you're lame.
yeah. He doesn't want that. We're okay
Speaking of
with
which, I was going to invite Andrew to the podcast one of these days, and I always forgot to. So
He'd
now we
probably-
called you lame.
He'd probably like it.
We got to pick the right movie and invite him. I just haven't talked to the guy. In
I haven't talked to that guy in forever.
I'm surprised he hasn't come to the store, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, I'm surprised at that too.
Yeah.
He rents movies, or he buys movies. He likes copies of movies.
Does he know about the place?
Well, we'll make sure I'll tell
All
him.
right.
I don't.
I
Like
haven't.
my fancy shirt.
When I was running the theater and I posted things on social media with
shit,
the
he
theater,
loved that.
he responded and responded and
yeah.
responded. So the fact that he's not responded to anything on my thing, I wonder if he even knows about it.
He probably doesn't. I'll make sure to tell him. Or he'll listen to one of us.
Just take one of Corey's business cards.
Well, I'll be wearing the shirt, so
Well, there we go.
2 to 3 weeks.
You
It
gotta
might be a
invite
little
him.
longer because I don't know if I was able to squeeze it in.
I got a
Damn it,
hoodie.
Corey! Sorry.
I got a hoodie.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's for a shirt. I asked for a hoodie, but then he told me I could get a shirt. I'm like,
Yeah.
nice.
They're just like, well, you can't skin an elephant to get one of your size, so.
It was close. The hoodies went up to 3X. So
5 would work either way, but that's fine. I like just a little. 4 would have been fine too, but it's fine.
Corey, what you going on for Christmas?
it's kind of the same old song and dance. I've always kind of worked in places where I've been needed at Christmas. So tomorrow I am open 11 to 5, so I close a couple hours early. Just having a nothing special supper, watching, we're going to watch Daddy's Home 2 and Die Hard and Scrooged.
Ooh, nice.
And possibly one of those slipping in on the 25th. Either way, 25th is our big turkey dinner. I took the day off, obviously, and we're kind of lame. Our family, like we buy each other gifts that we want, and we're with each other when we're buying them. So everybody knows what they're getting, but they're getting what they want at least. So that's kind of cool. Like I said, you should see the gremlin I'm going to be getting. I'm pretty excited. 26 back to work. Regular hours. The next change in hours is the 31st, closing at 5, and then off the 1st. Other than that, not much. Work.
Nice.
Laura?
And typical quiet Christmas at home. Still do the turkey and everything. Technically, I'm off until Friday. Then I go back to work for one day. And then I'm off till the following Friday.
Okay. That was like Andrew. He had to work today, and then he doesn't work till the 30th, and then he's back on,
Right. Actually, you know what? Mark works more than I do this Christmas.
Wow.
That never happens. Never. So I don't know. My house is going to be mayhem. My kids are going to have me up way too early. I will try not to murder anybody on Christmas Day. And I'm going to turn my phones off.
I did it again.
I still think that phone call you got today, like, you should have told them to fuck off.
Well, generally you would until they go, heat. And you don't hear the whole conversation.
You should have troubleshot with him, though. It's like, is it turned on?
That's
Did you try turning it off and turning it on?
The problem with some of them, so no, you do that. You ask them, is the thermostat off? Did you turn it on? Blah, 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 blah. They're the old mercury switches, so sometimes they screw up. You have to go in and readjust them. The tenants are not allowed to do that.
Drink the mercury.
Yes. Poison yourself. But no, the tenants are not allowed to do that, so you have to go in, you have to fuck with it and see if it's working. In this case, well, I couldn't get into her unit, so hopefully the heat's on.
You said unit.
Well, that's because it's a unit.
Well, Merry Christmas, podcast world. This is the cue where you guys also...
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas from all of us at Real Life Opinions. Laura?
I just said bah humbug.
Oh. Fuck you too.
Wait, I have to bring up that Corey's store has an exciting new old product. The product he had before, but now its proceeds are going to Scouts.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about?
He's selling Scouts. Wow, I can't.
He's selling Scott.
He's selling
Scott.
Scott. He's selling Scott.
He's selling Scout popcorn to help me out.
So, Jeff, does this mean that you opened up every bag and you dumped Scotch into them?
Yeah, that's a
I gotta talk to Brent about that one.
Don't give him my ideas.
Does this affect the expiry date?
Yeah, it'll last longer. You can freeze it.
All right, now go ahead and promote it right.
So,
Sadly, is I'm in the same group with him and I'm promoting booze.
Nice.
yeah,
This is after hours.
I'm selling popcorn to raise money for the Scouts.
No, you are not raising it for the Scouts. You are raising it for the Scouting community.
The Scout.
Not to mention, fuck you, I'm doing all the raising now at this point.
Well,
Hey, no, we sold lots.
you're taking a cut.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
getting
just
your
saying.
cuts.
He gets to make a whole $16.
Listen,
In 32 bags.
we could have cut you out of the profits totally, okay? So
He did say we were allowed to fundraise here.
he did say,
Well, if y'all would get your rear end gear.
Okay,
Hey,
we
this
talked
is-
to her already.
yeah,
but
Becky, are you listening to the podcast? You need to get your thing over here.
Becky doesn't listen to the podcast.
We're gonna have to send her this one.
Just listen to the last 10 minutes.
Listen to where we shit talk you.
I want a poster and I want a 4x6 sign for the money box, and I will do your bidding.
Yeah, that's.
Becky,
Kinda sound like
go make a
butcher there.
poster. You can have a slave.
She tells me she has the poster made already. She's been telling me this for about a month.
Jeff, this is
I've
how
been
we
to
do
their place
this.
twice in like the last 2 weeks.
To be fair, she's got ADHD.
She does. But this is how we solve this problem. We just have to pick them up whenever we do camps or, the parade or something. We'll just bring the signs in. Mm-hmm. We're going to drill big-ass holes in your wall, just saying.
Okay.
How do when the parade come, we direct people over here afterwards? That's what we got to do, because the parade stops.
I have heard so many people, I saw your sign downtown. I saw your sign downtown. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
So now I'm excited to get that other one set up at the corner of the highway and Charlie Killen.
So
I see a lot of people putting them on the Meridian, eh?
I'm not putting them in the Meridian.
You guys got to take them down all the time.
I'm not putting them in the Meridian.
So you know what we do, Jeff, to help promote the business? When we do the Cub Car Rally or we're doing the parade or whatever, Corey makes us a poster and says, sponsored by.
Sponsors don't make their posters. They do sponsorship. That's their job. It's that.
No, we pick up the sponsor posters all the time. So,
Really?
Yes.
The crap is you guys are getting ripped off. Anyway.
That they're making their own?
They're making their own sign and we just go pick them up.
How are we getting ripped
Well,
off?
sorry, they isn't that they're getting ripped off.
Yeah, but you like us.
We're ripping off them?
Yeah.
They're the ones who offer them.
Anyway,
Good night, everybody. We'll talk to you next year.
well,
No.
unless we talk on the 31st.
Well, yeah.
Not that it'll get
Yes.
published on the 31st.
Okay,
This is
so
our Christmas episode. Is it going to be out before December 25th?
I promise.
Who knows?
All right.
we will talk
Will we
to
see
you all
next year?
Next year.
next year.
Next year.
2025.
All right.
Unless we see you before then. Feliz Navidad.
Bye bye.
Is that it?